I started DJing in San Lorenzo, California when I was about 15. When I first started out, all I wanted to do was scratch. So I did that for a very long time and competed as a scratch DJ for a period of time during my life. And then eventually I kind of moved my way over to the club circuits and started playing, clubs. I worked with Red Bull for a good period of time and did some tours with them. And now I work for DJ Tech Tools. I'm the global sales manager and I'm the founding partner of Gold Block Records out of San Francisco. So we have the session here, which is going to be kind of like a demonstration. I'm going to be talking about some DJ basics and and kind of like doing a little bit of demo myself. And then we're going to be setting up over somewhere off of Lincoln at the bottom of about 1,000 feet of vertical. They're going to be building all these crazy jumps into the side of the mountain, and I'm going to be down there with 6 sound boxes DJing the whole thing live. I'm really excited. Completely off the grid. It's battery powered and wireless, so it's really crazy stuff. There's been great strides recently. So SKAA technology, we're going to be using SKAA Pro out on the mountain, which is basically we're going to be using this Danny transmitter, which is going to be sending super fast, low latency signal. The SKAA wireless technology allows you to do like all the pro DJ stuff, at like the right latency. So when you're scratching and mixing, it's like a tight enough time between the wireless technology to the speaker for you to be able to do all that stuff live. I think I'm excited to see how this whole thing performs, to be honest with you. Just the whole journey of getting all the equipment there and then setting it up and then testing it. So I've been running tests in my office for like a week, which, it doesn't do it justice, right? So I'm really excited to get everything back there, get all the speakers up on stands, watch all the riders send it. There's so much talent here this weekend. So watch them all send it and just, play some tunes. I kind of had this feeling. I grew up, going to electronic music shows in the Bay Area, like Oakland and San Francisco, and that it's always been, like really near and dear to my heart. I saw a lot of riders really like latch onto that energy, especially house music, but like drum and bass, all kinds of different bass music. It's really like a huge palette of sounds. And with technology now, like you can really just sit down in your hotel room and like make a track. You can make a beat. Technology has come so far. And I think a lot of musicians and, people who travel professionally for sports have really like figured that out, and they're like, oh, I'm just gonna make my own version of this song. It's a really DIY mentality, like a lot of these snow sports are, just getting in there and figuring it out. So one of the coolest things about SKAA technology is a lot of these transmitters have lithium-ion batteries built into them. And the most important thing when you're thinking about like being a professional DJ is the time from when you're like making a sound on the platter, like you're jogging a record forward or you're hitting a cue point. If you're using Bluetooth, again, like it's just too high of a latency level. Like the time that it takes for the sound to travel from that transmitter to the device that's receiving it is delayed so much that you can't react in real time, right? So SKAA technology has really enabled a lot of us DJs to take all this stuff off the grid. Again, a lot of these devices have either lithium-ion batteries built into them, or they draw so little power that you can just plug it into like a little USB power bank or, a little AA power bank, and it'll last, hours. Super low latency. It really just enables like a setting like this where we can set up 6 speakers, and it's low enough latency to where the delay doesn't really mess with your ability to match beats. It's sending a wireless signal, so it really cuts down on the amount of time that you need to roll cables and all of this stuff. Really, literally tomorrow, we're gonna be throwing a bunch of stuff on sleds, popping it up on a speaker stand and pressing power and send on the monitor or on the transmitter. And that's pretty much it. It pairs up super fast, automatically. It searches for the devices, it finds it, it's really seamless. So, I mean, the speed that you can set up and take down is just phenomenal. Watching this mobile technology enable people who aren't necessarily professional DJs, but they just love music and they love snowboarding or skiing or whatever sport it is, and throwing that on a backpack and riding around the mountain just like crushing tunes and playing cool music, and also just transporting stuff from one place to another so that we can set up these huge parties is incredible. I mean, if you would have told me that this would have been possible when I started DJing when I was 15, I would have laughed at you. There were cables going everywhere. These amps were like 30, 40, 50 pounds each, some of them. So to watch people just riding around with their phones and a speaker on their back, like a big professional speaker, is just super exciting.
you.